Welcome to the channel. Today we are discussing about passport. International passport. Pass means permit and port means land. Passport. The permit to travel to any other country from our motherland. Passport is an official travel document issued by the government. Passport has a long history. Let us explore the history, the present and the future of passports. In 450 BC, Nehemiah, an official, was serving the king of Persia. He wanted to travel to Judea. The Hebrew Bible mentioned that he asked the king for permission to travel. He ran to the king for permission. The king immediately approved his permission as Nehemiah was his favorite employee. Nehemiah was happy and slept with a dream. Next day he woke up quite early and started his travel. This permission was probably the earliest form of passports. In ancient India, around 3rd century BC, Superintendent of Seal was responsible for issuing passes, sealed with his mark at the rate of 1 masha per pass, to the people who wanted to enter or leave the country. The superintendent was called Mudra Daksha in India. In China, between 202 BC and 9 AD, documents known as Yuan were issued. They contained details like age, height, bodily features. This passport allowed a person to travel within the country and through certain checkpoints. King Henry V of England started the first British passport. The main purpose of the passport was to prove a person's nationality and identity. The Council of England started granting travel documents in 1540 and the term passport was first used. The Secretary of State started issuing British passport in 1794. Germany standardized ID cards in 1850. They were called pass cards. These pass cards included the names and place of residence of the people and what they look like. These cards were not given to wandering workers or people looking for jobs. In the mid-18th century, there was a rapid growth of railway infrastructure and Europeans became wealthy like they wanted to explore new places around the world. They started traveling internationally and discover places. More people crossed border quickly by train. Enforcing passport rules became challenging. To make things easier, many European countries relaxed their passport requirements. From the late 18th century to World War I, travelers in Europe didn't usually need passports, making border crossing simple. Because of this, not many people had passports during this time. During World War I, European governments started requiring passport at borders for security and control skilled people immigration. These rules stayed after the war and became standard, though not everyone liked them. In the 1920th century, British travelers complained about the attached photos and physical description, feeling it was dehumanizing. In 1914, Britain passed a law that defined citizenship and introduced the passport as a booklet. The League of Nations set guidelines for passport in 1920 and introduced a general passport design. They also issued nonsense passports for stateless refugees from 1922 to 1938. In 1980, the International Civil Aviation Organization ICAO standardized passports including machine-readable passports. These have information in alphanumeric characters that can be read quickly by machines. ICAO also introduced biometric passports which use RFID chip to store digital information and verify travelers' identities. Today there are many portals and websites where you can easily apply for and renew your passport online. Many countries are now issuing or plan to issue biometric or e-passports. An e-passport contains radio frequency identification microchip that can be read by a machine and are difficult to counterfeit. This chip contains information such as name, nationality, gender, place and date of birth, photograph, signature, issue and expiry date, fingerprints, iris scan, digital photograph. Many countries are issuing e-passport now. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe for more content. Safe travels and see you next time.